Conjugate hyperbola, hyperbola. Hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by v square equal to 1. Conjugate hyperbola, you know. The graph diagram is, this is the hyperbola. This is hyperbola. And this is conjugate hyperbola. Which is this one is a conjugate hyperbola. This one is a hyperbola. In this focus will be there here, focus f1, AE comma 0. Focus f2 minus AE comma 0. Here focus f1 dash 0 comma B. Here the focus is f2 dash 0 comma minus B. If you join these focus points, these focus points, this one, and this one. So the figure which is formed is a square. It will be square shape. It will be what? Square shape. So here, what I want to tell you here, points I want to tell you. I'll just write the points. The first point is, note is f1, f2, f1 dash, f2 dash forms a square. Form a square. A banta hai, square banta hai. This will forms a square. Second point is the eccentricity of this. Let us take eccentricity of this is, what is the eccentricity of this? E1. Like let us take E1 is the eccentricity. Eccentricity of hyperbola. So let us EH, eccentricity of hyperbola. The eccentricity of this will be eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola, CH. Conjugate, C means conjugate, H means hyperbola. So the relationship between them is 1 by EH whole square plus 1 by ECH whole square is equal to 1. Means what I want to tell you here, what is the eccentricity of this formula? E is equal to under root of 1 plus B square by A square. What is the eccentricity of this one? E is equal to under root of 1 plus A square by B square. And if I substitute in this one, here, this one, here, 1 by the addition will give you 1 result. These are the important result. Note down, then we will solve the problems. Okay, understood? 1 by eccentricity plus 1 by eccentricity of hyperbola plus 1 by eccentricity of conjugate hyperbola will give you answer 1. And the foci of these hyperbola, if you join them, it forms a square shape. Okay, now we can solve the problems based on this JEE questions. Let me know if you copied. Yes? Have you copied? Yeah? No? Still you are writing? Yes? Let's start the questions now. I am going to discuss 10 questions, then we'll go to the next concept. I'll try to complete this in 2 days, 2 to 3 days. But actually today, because of your revision again, I did not complete anything today. However, listen here. He's saying that, prove that, these all questions which I am explaining, previous year questions and important questions. Hyperbola, if they are asking question, they will ask easy question. It's a simple concept, small concept, you can learn it. But CET also it is important. So prove that locus of the center of the circles touches externally to two given circles. Like there is saying that 2 given circles are there. One circle is the big circle. Okay, this is the circle 1. And one more circle is given. Let us take a small circle. This is circle 2. Okay, this is circle 2. And you have to find the locus of the circle which is touching these both the circles. Means a circle is there, one circle is there. That circle is touching these both circles. Like this, a circle is going on. It's not look like as a circle shape, but you have to assume this is a circle. Okay, it's not under. So now here this is a circle shape. Okay, so all you have the circles. So likewise for these both circles, another circle will touch and move. Means like here it will go like this, in this shape, like this, and it is goes in this shape like this. If both are running here like this, both are running, so you get hyperbola shape. You get a hyperbola shape. In exam they will give you is a dash, hyperbola, parabola, और क्या बोला, ellipse बोला, next ऐसा बोला बोल के बोलते हैं. See, they will give like that. Locus of the center of a circle which touches externally to given circles is hyperbola. Hyper, उसके बाद बोला. चलो ऐसा करें तो वो hyperbola है. We have to prove that. How we will prove this? It's a simple thing. This is you know that this radius, let us take where it is touching R1, we suppose. The radius which is touching this both circle, this is the radius 2, and this is the R radius. That's we don't know, this radius is R and this radius is R. Okay, this radius is R. Are you getting it? So what is the difference between C minus C1? C1. What is the difference between C1? Okay, what is the length of C1? Length of C1 will be how much? Length of C1. The distance between these two circles, the center between, the distance of the circle. This is R1, this is R. It means what I can write? C1 is how much I can write? R plus R1. Okay, the distance of from here to here. Okay, this is the center. Here is the center. Here to here, that is C2 will be how much? R plus R2. This is one equation. This is another equation. R is unknown thing here. So R I can cancel here. Doing subtraction here. Doing subtraction. C1 minus C2. The difference of these. The distance cannot be negative. Okay, it's a circle. Difference of this magnitude you have to take is equal to this R cancel. So what I will get here? R1 minus R2 I will get. So R1 is one number, radius. R2 is one number, radius. Means R1 minus R2, a number, constant minus constant is again a constant. So what I got here? C1 minus C2 is equal to, you got constant. Constant. So yesterday definition I gave you, what is ellipse? Ellipse means what? Yesterday I gave the definition. What is the definition I gave? If you have two fixed points F and F1 and F2, there is a movable point. The locus of a point is P, then Pf1 minus Pf2 is a constant. That is called hyperbola. What is hyperbola? Pf1 minus Pf2 magnitude. Means I can subtract this one, this, or this minus this. This is always, if you get a constant, then we called that is a hyperbola. So you can see that the difference of C1 and the difference of C2, the difference of these both, you are getting a constant. It means this is the P point. Here if you see, this is the P point. Means the locus of the point is C. And what are the fixed points? C2, C1 are the fixed points. Here F1, F2 are the fixed points. So C1, C2 are the focus and C is the movable point. So C forms what? Locus of hyperbola. So hence proved it. Which forms here? Subtraction you got a constant. Difference of two things you got a constant. So it is a hyperbola. Right? It is which bola? Hyperbola. Q bola? डिफरेंस इज कांस्टेंट बोला, राइट, डिफरेंस इज कांस्टेंट, सो इसको बोलते क्या, व्हाट वी से, हाइपरबोला. So here what is the here what are the focus? Focus is C1 and C2. C is what? Conic, that forms the hyperbola. Hyperbola is the C point. C is the locus and C1 C2 are the focus. Focus, locus, focus, locus. Okay, understood? So this is the thing you have to know. So here, given the base of a triangle and ratio of the tangent, the question is, given the base of a triangle and the ratio of the tangent of half of, okay, tangent of half the base of the base angles, then prove that, this is a JEE question, previous year asked question, values of vertices of triangles makes an hyperbola. Vertices of triangle moves as hyperbola. So it is a solution of triangle related question with a hyperbola. The question says that given the base of a triangle and the ratio of the tangent of half of the base of angles, means half angle, tangent half angle loss I explained. Tangent half angle less I explained, right, tan beta by 2, tan C by 2, tan B by 2, formulas I explained now, that is only. Given the base of the triangle and the ratio of the tangent of half of the base angles, prove that the vertices of the triangle moves as a parabola. So vertices of the triangles moves as a parabola, we have to prove this. So now sir, what is saying? Given the base of the triangle and ratio of the tangent of half of the base angles, prove that vertices of the triangle moves have a hyperbola. So half of the tangent of half of the base of the angles, the ratio is, what is saying here, tan beta by 2 upon tan B by 2 tan C by 2 is saying something ratio lambda. We don't know ratio we are taking lambda. The ratio of the base of the triangle and ratio of the tangent of half of the base angles prove that vertices moves as a hyperbola. तो आपने vertices of a triangle बोला था, तो tan beta by 2 tan B by 2 and tan C by 2 is lambda. What is tan B by 2 formula? Tan B by 2 formula, del by, what is the tan beta by 2 formula? Tell me first. Del by S into S minus B. What is the formula? You don't have to notebooks. We did not learn. S by S into delta by S into S minus B. फॉर्मूला क्या है? डेल्टा बाय एस इंटू एस माइनस बी डिवाइडेड बाय डेल्टा बाय एस इंटू एस माइनस सी इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा. See area, delta means area of the triangle, that is cancel, this S cancel. So what you got here? S minus C by S minus B is equal to lambda. Understood? ये समझ में आया? S minus C by S minus B is equal to lambda. ये ऊपर हो गया ना ट्रांसफर. S means what? सेमी पेरीमीटर A plus B plus C है ना, A plus B plus C by 2. as a plus b plus c by 2 minus c divided by, next tell me, a plus b plus c by 2 minus b is equal to how much? Lambda. So if you do LCM, what do you get here? A plus b minus c, okay, divided by minus 2c na. So minus c divided by a plus b, a plus c, and here minus 2b plus b is minus b divided by 2, divided by 2 cancel out. Are you getting what I said? मैंने इधर 2 LCM किया, so divide by 2 आता है. I have taken 2 LCM, so you get 2c minus c will be minus c. Here also 2, so this is cancel out. So this is what I am going to get as lambda. So what I got here, a plus b minus c by a plus c minus b is equal to lambda. Is this is correct? Formulas याद है नहीं है? मैंने सही लिखा सर. Like now here we have to do componendo and dividendo. You know na, componendo dividendo. Last from 3-4 lecture onwards I am telling you componendo dividendo. So you know that a by b is there, means what do you write here? A minus b by a plus b, or a plus b by a minus b. That is componendo and dividendo. तो इसका componendo क्या होगा? A plus b minus c minus, what do you get here? So we will write numerator same, a plus b minus c, we write here numerator down and up, but we subtract and we add denominator, a plus c minus b, or we write as what here, a plus c minus b. It means here also lambda by 1, this is lambda by 1. So what do you get here? Lambda minus 1 by lambda plus 1, denominator is 1, that is subtracted, added. So this is componendo and dividendo. So what I get here on the top, this a gone, and this c is also gone. So you get 2b, right? 2b, right? Upon this a gone, no. हाँ, ये प्लस है ना, ओके ओके, एक माइनस है तो एक प्लस है. हाँ चलो, तो कौन जाएगा? माइनस सी प्लस सी गॉन, प्लस बी माइनस बी गॉन, ए प्लस ए 2a, राइट, 2a, और ये होगा 2b इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा माइनस 1 बाई लैम्डा प्लस 1, राइट. 2 gone, b by a is equal to lambda minus 1 by lambda plus 1. I think something went wrong. See here, on the top you can observe it carefully. You can see in the top here numerator minus c minus 2c. See here, if I am doing again this one, see that what I am going to get here, a plus b minus c, a plus b minus c upon a plus b minus c minus a plus c minus b, or plus a plus c minus b. So plus means no sign change, right? So minus c plus c cancel, plus b minus b cancel. On the top you get as what here, b plus b, that is 2b, c minus 2c, a cancel, divided by a is equal to lambda minus 1 by lambda plus 1. Lambda is a fixed value, some number, a is a fixed number. So if I multiply, what I get, 2 times of b minus c is equal to a times of lambda minus 1 by lambda plus 1 I will get. Okay. 2b, so you got what here? Here now just simply you can say that side you got constant, difference is equal to constant, you got no, difference is equal to constant. difference is equal to, you got constant. If the difference is equal to constant, then it is called what? Hyperbola. Okay, and here B can be written as what? See here, what I can write. If it is a triangle shape, I'll write here. This is a triangle shape. This is A, this is B, this is C. So B opposite is small b, C opposite is small c. This is A. So here, this if I send that side, it's totally a constant number. A is also a number, but this B here, B minus C is equal to, I can write as A by 2 into lambda minus 1 by lambda plus 1. Lambda is a number, 2 is a number. So that is totally you are going to get a constant. But this B can be written as, AC I can write, B I can write CAR AC. Okay, AC I can write. And this C can be written as what here? AB. So difference of AB and AC, you are getting how much? Constant. Difference of AB and AC, you are getting a constant. So here B and C are the fixed points here. B and C are the fixed point. A is the locus. A is the locus because A is on both. See here, PF1 minus PF2 is a constant, then P is the locus. PF1 minus PF2 is a constant, then P is the locus. AC minus AB is a constant. Who is the locus? A is the locus. So AC minus AB is a constant. The difference of two things you got constant. It's a hyperbola. So the locus of hyperbola is what? Locus of hyperbola. Locus of A is hyperbola. A is hyperbola. Locus of A is hyperbola. What is the focus here? What are the focus here? B and C. So this is B and C. B and C means B, C are the fixed point. Foci. So foci is here. Foci is B and C are the focus, and A is the locus. So this is what the proof of this. This is the JEE question previously asked. The next question. Question number 3. Write down. Find the hyperbola. Find the hyperbola. These are recent questions, okay? Find the hyperbola. Find the hyperbola whose center is minus 3 comma 2. One of the vertices is minus 3 comma 4 and eccentricity is 5 by 2. Eccentricity is 5 by 2. So you have to find the hyperbola. See here, they given the center of the hyperbola and the one of the vertices. Eccentricity is equal to 5 by 2. You have to find the equation of the hyperbola. What is the equation of hyperbola? Tell me. Equation of hyperbola is equal to what? X minus center is given. See here, x minus 0 whole square by a square minus y minus 0 whole square by b square is equal to 1. This is a standard whose center is 0, 0. Means we are not writing 0 here. We are writing x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. But when center is given, then this will become x plus 3 whole square by a square minus y minus 2 whole square by b square is equal to 1. This is what the equation of hyperbola. Are you getting? What is the equation of hyperbola? So hyperbola, you know, hyperbola, they given minus 3 comma 4. Where will be minus 3 comma 2? Center is minus 3 comma 2. Suppose this is minus 3 comma 2. This is the center. Here is the center. Minus 3 comma 4. This is the vertex. Means here you can know that this is the vertex of the hyperbola. This is the center of the hyperbola. The focus will be like this. This is the center. This is the vertex. So the distance from here to here will be, you know, it's a conjugate axis. So the length is, will be this, here to here the length is how much? B, na? What is that? B. So this length is B. You know, if you feel this one, exactly at 0, 0 is there, suppose 0, 0 is there, this is the center and this is the vertex. So 0 comma B and the center is 0 comma 0. This distance is how much? B. Likewise, the distance between them will be B. So B can be written as what here? B is equal to under root of distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So B is equal to under root of 2 square, square root cancel, B is equal to 2. B is equal to 2 you have. Okay. B is equal to 2. Next what you have? B is equal to 2 you got. C is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now what I have to get? I have to get hyperbola. For that I required B I required. What I required? B. Then we have eccentricity formula. What is the eccentricity formula? Eccentricity formula. E square is equal to under root of 1 plus A square by B square. 1 plus A square by B square. E is equal to. Squaring on both sides. E square is equal to B square plus A square by B square. Otherwise, you keep like in the fraction only. You can say that here, what we can say here, E square is equal to 1 plus A square by B square. What is E value here? 5 by 2. 5 by 2 whole square means how much? 25 by 4. That is equal to 1 plus A square. A square is how much? A square. A is how much? We don't know. B is how much? 4. From this you get A. That A and B, if you substitute, this is the required hyperbola which is required, is asking that. Are you getting what I said? You have a center means x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square by b square equal to 1. This is the standard ellipse, sorry, hyperbola. But the center is there means you get here plus 3 and minus 2 because center is minus 3 comma 2. And you know that this distance from center to the vertex is B here, conjugate axis. If it is this one, A. So from that A value you got, B value you got, eccentricity you required, eccentricity is given, substitute here. So what I am going to get here, 25 by 4 is equal to 4 plus A square by 4. 4 cancel. A square is equal to 21. Now what is the equation of this ellipse? X plus 3 whole square by 21 minus y minus 2 whole square by 4, b square is 4 is equal to 1. This is the required answer. It's a JEE question, recently asked question. It is a conjugate hyperbola, so it will be minus 1. Okay, it is a conjugate hyperbola because this is getting this shape, so the answer will be minus 1. Conjugate hyperbola, na? Conjugate hyperbola minus 1. That's true, correct. Om right. See here for today's last question. It is also JEE question. Okay. JEE question. Find the eccentricity of the hyperbola. So such questions are given means you have to think this one as like perpendicular, like in ellipse. I told you in the ellipse, you have from one point you have this the perpendicular distance L1 from any point P. Perpendicular distance on this is L1, perpendicular distance on this is L2. So equation of the ellipse is L1 square by A square plus L2 square by B square is equal to 1 if the perpendicular distance is there. Perpendicular distance from a point on this is there means This is a difficult level. This is not there in JEE level, but they are asking one question previously. Same way here also you get as perpendicular distance L square by A square minus L2 square by B square is equal to 1 is what is given this form. About this I will give you one question, extra lecture I will take if you wish. L1 is nothing but perpendicular drop from a point. So here this one I can write as this one is 3x minus 4y minus 12 by, you know this a square, perpendicular means what is the formula? Ax1 plus by1 plus c upon under root of a square plus b square. This is the perpendicular distance of a point on the line. So perpendicular distance here, if I use this formula here for this 3x minus 4y minus 12 divided by ये क्या होना चाहिए? Under root of 3 square plus 4 square. So 3 square is how much? Under root, it should be there 3 square plus 4 square. It should be like this. This is the format which is there given. But down it is 100 is given. So here this value how much over? This is 25 means 5. 5 means 25 divided by 5. How much? 25. 9f. 20. What do you get here? 16 plus 9, 25, 5. So 25 means 4 I will get. I will get here divide by 4. Then only this is 25 into 4 I will get 100. So I can, are you getting it? This is nothing but under root of, I am using this format. So this square I have to get 100 means this 5 into this 5 you will be getting how much? Root 5. 5 into 4 whole square. Okay. No. So 5, 25 should be there. So it should be how much? Under root of 3 square plus 4 square, that is whole square. That is 3x minus 4y minus 2 whole square means that is I will get 5. This is I am going to get 20, right? 20 or 4? What you can write? Huh? This answer will be continued in the 5. Next. Okay. This answer will be continued in the